Welcome to Vidyarambha Academy. Now we are going to see a new topic, that is helping verbs and their references. In English, 24 helping verbs are having a great importance while construction of sentences. While constructing sentences, we need the help of 24 helping verbs. And if someone understands this, he will be master in English. So he will get command in English. So we are going to see these 24 helping verbs along with additional 4 helping verbs, but they are not considered in 24 helping verbs because they are not creating a question, they are not creating a negative sentence. What I am telling about these 4, but remaining 24, they are very important to make questions as well as negative sentences. Every helping verb has a different reference, and that we are going to study today. Now let's begin with am, is, are, was, were. These are 5 forms of to be, and they are having a reference when they are used with 6th form. Means in our example it is to take, it is to take. Now see, if I say am to take, is to take, are to take, was to take, were to take, that means taking is pre-planned. That's why we are using this number 6. Now further we are moving. Be, now we are going to include, means it is 25th. So these 6 we are connecting with the 4th form. Now this combination tells us about continuous tenses. So am taking, is taking, are taking, was taking, were taking, be taking. This way we create continuous tense. Now further we move. We are combining that forms of to be with those forms of to be with 3rd form. Now that is past participle that creates passive voice. Now let's combine like this. Am taken, is taken, are taken, was taken, were taken, be taken, been taken, being taken, to be taken. Means 9 patterns are there when we connect particular past participle. So that will create passive voice. Now let's go ahead. If we connect this have, has, had, these are forms of to have. When we connect them with 6th form, means have to take, has to take, had to take, then it will be compulsion. And if we connect the same with the 3rd form, have taken, has taken, had taken, those will be perfect tenses. So that's why to create compulsion or sense of perfect tense, we use have, has, had. Now let's go ahead. Ought and 6th form means ought to take. It will show the duty. Means if I ought to take a pen, means it's my duty to take a pen. Now next is used with 6th form. Means used to take. Means it is past habit. Now that taking is not continuing. Surely it is stopped in past. So it is maybe in my childhood I could be taking this type of pen. So it is my past habit. Now I am not taking that type of pen. Then I used to take that type of pen. So it is past habit. Now let's go next to this column, 2nd column, that is do, does, did along with the 1st form. If it is used, someone will feel it is different. How is it possible? If I say do see the film, means I am stressing. So this way do take a pen, then it is stressing sentence. So stressed sentence I created using these with 1st form. Means it will be do take, does take and did take. It will show different shades of tenses and subjects. So this way it is. And then somewhere it is used to show do like that. Means someone asks you, did you go to school? If I say, yes, I did, then it is showing you similar thing, I did so. That's why it is like this. Then need and dare. Now if we combine these five together, here we are referring to them. Now if it is a question, do plus subject plus one, means do you go there? Do you take a pen? Then it is creating a question. Does Sejal take a pen? It is creating a question. Did Sejal take a pen? It is creating a question. So to create questions, similarly we are using need. Need you take a pen? Then dare you take a pen? So this way we are creating the questions. And next is negative sentence. So some need is there of particular action. So need you take a pen? Dare you take a pen? Like that we can create question. To show need means something necessary or needful, and dare to show daring. I dare. Like that it is said, dare you take a pen? Or you dare not take a pen. Like that it is. So to create a question or negation means negative sentence, this is used. Now next, these are very very important. Many times they are said to be modal auxiliaries. So in that list there are so many shades. Many times we understand that here pair of present tense and past tense. Someone may say like this, and it is half truth. Someone may say shall is connected with should is past tense. Will connected with would is past tense. Someone will say could is connected with can as a past tense. But it is half truth, not full truth. Full truth we are presenting on the board means every of them has different shades. Similarly, may and might pair, they have their own shades. Sometimes referred in direct and indirect speech, they are considered as past, means reference taken back to say it is indirect speech. But normally it is having different shades. Many times they can be future. So we are referring this first one, shall take. First form we are using for these all 9. So shall take, it will indicate plain future. Will take, it will tell you future. Or suppose I say I will take, means it is my wish to take something. So these two shades are there. Now can take will tell you, suppose I say I can take, means it is my ability to take. Now could and take, could take. So it is ability, so it is in past. Here only we can refer it is in past tense. It was possible. So it was my ability in past. I was able to do that. I was able to take a pen. Similarly it is used. Now next, if it is taken in a question form, could you take a pen? Could you give me a pen? It is showing you a request. So whenever we use them in question along with subject you, then it is a request. Some people say it is polite request. So it's okay. Now next is future tense. It can indicate sometimes future tense. I could go. Sometimes it can indicate future tense. Now would you take a pen? This also similar to that of could. It is showing you polite request. Now next is preference. What would you have? Tea or coffee? I would have coffee. So it is showing you preference to coffee. So what would you take? What will you take? Similarities. So that can show you preference. Now here it is showing you current habit. We celebrate Ganesh festival every year. So I can say this using would. We would celebrate Ganesh festival every year. We would celebrate the Ganesh festival every year. So this way it can tell you current habit. Would is again sometimes used to show you future. I would go. There is a chance that I will go. So this way it will indicate you future. Now next is should. Should along with first form. Should take. I should take a pen. It would be better if I take a pen. So next is in the same, sometimes we are using should for showing a particular rule. Many times you will observe in school that the student should wear school uniforms. So this way it is showing you rule, and that's why it is compulsory. It is a compulsion. So next we are moving to may. May has many shades, and may take. May I take? May I take a pen? So it is asking for permission. You may take a pen. Many times child asks while entering in the classroom, may I come in, sir? So this way it is asking permission, and I may say like this, yes, you may. So it is giving you, granting you the permission. So this is permission. Blessing. Many times we celebrate birthdays. At that time we sing a song and we say, may God bless you. So similarly it is giving you the blessing. May you live long. It will tell you, it is blessing from me that you should live for a long time. So it is showing you blessing. Next is probability. Now clouds are full in the sky. I can say it may rain. Now it is not raining, but I am showing you the probability. So this way, and next is future, that has the sense of future. Next we shall see might. Might is big probability. Now there are no collection of clouds in the sky. Then there is no collection of clouds in the sky. Then I can say it might rain. Big probability. The clouds are on one side of the sky. So it is big probability. Now about future, we can use I might go. We can say. Next is must. I must take a pen. Means it is compulsory for me to take a pen. It is compulsory for me to take a pen. So it is showing you compulsion. This way we understood each and every helping verb and its all shades. And now I'll tell you all. Learn this lesson very nicely. Keep in mind and be strong in English grammar. On observing this all and listening to my speech, I thank you very much.